What if I told you that the key to unlocking better energy, a clearer mind, and a slimmer waistland wasn't found in a grueling morning workout or a complex diet plan? What if the most profound act of self-care you could perform each day happens in the quiet moments just before you fall asleep, requiring just one simple yet powerful action? The title of this video makes a bold promise. The only thing you need to do before bed to fully restore your gut. And in a world filled with complicated health advice, I understand that a claim like this might sound too good to be true. But stick with me, because the science behind this is not only fascinating, but it's revolutionizing our understanding of health. And it all begins in one place, your gut. For decades, we've thought of our gut as a simple plumbing system, responsible only for digesting food and eliminating waste. But today, science has revealed a truth that is infinitely more complex and exciting. Your gut is a bustling metropolis, an intricate ecosystem often referred to as your second brain. It's home to trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, fungi, collectively known as the gut microbiome. The health of this inner world dictates more about you than you could ever imagine. It influences your mood, your immune system, the clarity of your thoughts, the quality of your skin, and your ability to maintain a healthy weight. When this ecosystem is in balance, with beneficial bacteria flourishing, you thrive. But when it's in a state of imbalance, a condition called dysbiosis, it can trigger a cascade of chronic health issues. So many of us accept symptoms like bloating, gas, heartburn, and constipation as a normal part of life. We take an antacid and move on. We blame it on something we ate. But these are not just minor inconveniences. They are distress signals from your second brain. And the problem runs deeper. Issues like unexplained fatigue, brain fog, anxiety, recurring skin problems like eczema or acne, and even joint pain can all have their roots in an unhealthy gut. Your body is speaking to you. The question is, are we listening? The modern world is waging a silent war on our microbiome. Highly processed foods, refined sugars, artificial sweeteners, widespread antibiotic use, and chronic stress all act as villains in our gut story. They feed the harmful bacteria, allowing them to multiply and crowd out the beneficial microbes that are essential for our health. This imbalance is the first domino to fall in a long line of potential health complications. One of the most significant consequences of this internal battle is a condition known as increased intestinal permeability, or more commonly, leaky gut syndrome. Imagine the lining of your intestines as a tightly woven net with extremely small holes. This net is designed to allow only vital nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to pass through into your bloodstream. It is a sophisticated barrier, a gatekeeper that protects your body from toxins, undigested food particles, and harmful pathogens. In a healthy gut, this barrier is strong and secure. However, due to factors like poor diet, chronic inflammation, and stress, this net can become damaged. The tight junctions between the cells of the intestinal wall loosen up, creating larger, undesirable gaps. This is leaky gut. When this happens, substances that should never leave the intestine start leaking into the bloodstream. Your immune system, recognizing these particles as foreign invaders, launches an attack. This triggers a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation that spreads throughout your entire body. This systemic inflammation is now linked by researchers to a staggering number of modern diseases, from autoimmune conditions like rheumatoid arthritis and Hashimoto's to food sensitivities, allergies, and even neuropsychiatric disorders like depression and anxiety. Let's talk more about stress, the invisible enemy. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, the fight-or-flight hormone. While useful in short bursts for genuine emergencies, our modern lives often expose us to chronic stress, meaning our cortisol levels are persistently elevated. High cortisol levels directly harm the gut in several ways. It can suppress the growth of beneficial bacteria, reduce blood flow to the digestive system, hindering repair, and directly increase that intestinal permeability we just discussed. You can be eating the perfect diet, but if your life is a constant source of stress, your gut health will inevitably suffer. The connection is undeniable and bidirectional. Stress harms the gut, and an unhealthy gut sends signals to the brain that can amplify feelings of stress and anxiety, creating a vicious cycle. So, how do we break this cycle? How do we begin the process of sealing that intestinal barrier, rebalancing our microbiome, and reclaiming our health? The answer lies in timing. While you sleep, your body enters its primary repair and regeneration mode. Your digestive system finally gets a rest from its daytime job of constantly processing food. The energy that was used for digestion can be redirected to healing. Cell turnover in the intestinal lining is at its peak, and the rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system takes over, creating the perfect biological conditions for restoration. The nighttime is a golden window of opportunity for gut healing. All that is missing is the right catalyst, the right building blocks to facilitate this natural process. That is where our simple nightly action comes in. It's not about adding another medication or a complicated supplement protocol. It's about providing your body with a foundational element that it desperately needs to do the job it already knows how to do. We are just beginning this journey to unlock your body's innate healing potential. If this information is already starting to connect the dots for you, consider joining our community for more life-changing health insights. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the essential information we are about to reveal next. In the first part of our discussion, we established that nighttime is the body's prime time for healing and regeneration. Your digestive system is at rest, and your body is ready to repair the damage inflicted by the stresses of modern life. All it needs are the right materials to begin its work. So, what is this single, transformative action you can take before bed? The answer is profoundly simple, yet backed by a wealth of scientific research. The only thing you need to do is drink a large glass of water mixed with a specific type of prebiotic soluble fiber. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Fiber? That's it? But this isn't about just any fiber. We are talking about a highly specific tool, like pure, finely ground psyllium husk or other purified soluble fibers like acacia fiber or glucomannan. The key is that it must be a soluble, fermentable fiber with minimal additives, sugars, or flavorings. And consuming it at night is the strategic move that changes everything. Let's break down exactly what happens when you do this. When you mix this soluble fiber with water, it forms a gel-like viscous substance. As you drink it, this gentle gel travels through your digestive tract. It doesn't get broken down in the stomach or the small intestine. Instead, it moves slowly, acting as a soft, soothing balm along your entire intestinal lining. You can think of it as a protective coating that calms inflammation and irritation. But its true magic begins when it reaches your large intestine, the home of your microbiome. This is where the term prebiotic comes into play. Prebiotics are, quite literally, food for your good bacteria. You don't digest this fiber, but your beneficial microbes, such as strains of bifidobacteria and lactobacillus, absolutely feast on it. By providing them with their favorite meal right before the long, uninterrupted fasting window of sleep, you are giving them the perfect opportunity to repopulate, thrive, and reclaim their territory from the harmful bacteria. This act alone begins to reverse the state of dysbiosis, tipping the scales back in favor of a healthy, balanced gut ecosystem. But the story gets even better. When these beneficial bacteria consume, or more accurately, ferment this soluble fiber, they produce incredibly powerful health-promoting compounds as a byproduct. These are known as postbiotics, and they are the real star studs of gut health. The most important of these postbiotics are short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. The three main SCFAs are butyrate, propionate, and acetate. And butyrate in particular is the holy grail for gut wall restoration. Here's why. The cells that line your colon, called colonocytes, use butyrate as their primary and preferred source of energy. In fact, it supplies up to 70% of their total energy needs. By flooding your gut with this fuel overnight, you are directly feeding the very cells that form your intestinal barrier. This nourishment allows them to regenerate faster, to stay healthy, and most critically, to strengthen the tight junctions between them. Remember the leaky gut we talked about? Butyrate is the key to sealing those gaps. It's like providing the highest quality mortar to a bricklayer who is trying to repair a crumbling wall. This single action directly combats intestinal permeability, preventing toxins and undigested particles from leaking into your bloodstream and triggering that body-wide inflammation. Furthermore, butyrate is a potent anti-inflammatory agent right within the gut. It helps to calm the immune response in the intestinal lining, reducing the chronic inflammation that underlies so many gut-related symptoms like pain, cramping, and bloating. The other SCFAs, propionate and acetate, play crucial roles as well. They travel through the bloodstream and influence other aspects of your health, including regulating appetite by affecting hunger hormones, improving insulin sensitivity, and even contributing to the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin in the gut, which can positively impact your mood and mental well-being. So, this simple glass of fiber and water at night initiates a powerful cascade. It feeds good bacteria, those bacteria produce butyrate, and butyrate directly heals and seals the gut lining. So, how do you do this correctly? It's very simple. Start small. Begin with about half a teaspoon of a pure, finely ground soluble fiber like psyllium husk. Stir it into a large glass of room temperature water, at least 8 to 12 ounces or 250 to 350 milliliters. The most important part is to drink it immediately before it has a chance to thicken too much. Then, it's a good idea to drink another small glass of plain water afterward to ensure the fiber is well hydrated and can move easily through your system. Do this as the very last thing you consume before going to bed, after you've brushed your teeth. Over a week or two, you can gradually increase the amount to a full teaspoon and perhaps up to a tablespoon, depending on your personal tolerance. A word of caution, you might experience some mild gas or bloating in the first few days. Do not be alarmed. This is often a positive sign. It means the fiber has reached your friendly bacteria and the fermentation process has begun. This is the factory turning on. It usually subsides within a few days as your system adjusts. If it's uncomfortable, simply reduce the dose and increase it more slowly. I'm curious to know what you've tried for your gut health in the past. Have you ever experimented with different fibers or prebiotics? Share your experience in the comments below. Let's learn from each other. If these insights are already giving you a new perspective on how your body works, just imagine what else you could learn. Make sure you're subscribed to our channel, because true health is a journey of continuous discovery, and you won't want to miss the next step. Embracing this simple, nightly ritual of consuming a soluble prebiotic fiber is not just a short-term fix for digestive discomfort. It is the beginning of a profound transformation that ripples outwards from your core, influencing nearly every aspect of your physical and mental well-being. By consistently taking this single step, night after night, you are not merely patching a problem, you are rebuilding the very foundation of your health. The long-term benefits that unfold are a testament to the power of a fully restored gut. Let's explore what that future looks like. First, let's consider your immune system. Roughly 70 to 80% of your immune cells reside in your gut, in a specialized tissue known as gut-associated lymphoid tissue, or GALT. When your gut is leaky and inflamed, your immune system is in a constant state of high alert, overworked and exhausted from fighting off perceived invaders that leak into the bloodstream. This state of chronic activation can lead to a dysregulated immune response. You might find yourself catching every cold that goes around, or you might suffer from allergies and sensitivities that seem to have no clear cause. By sealing the gut lining and reducing inflammation with the help of butyrate and a balanced microbiome, you provide your immune system with a much-needed rest. It can finally differentiate between real threats and harmless particles. Over time, this leads to a smarter, more balanced, and more resilient immune system. You may notice a significant decrease in the frequency of common illnesses and a reduction in the severity of allergic reactions. Then there's the undeniable gut-brain axis. We call the gut the second brain for a reason. It is connected to your primary brain via the vagus nerve, a superhighway of information. When your gut is unhealthy, it sends stress signals and inflammatory molecules up to the brain, contributing to feelings of anxiety, depression, and that persistent, frustrating brain fog. Moreover, an estimated 95% of your body's serotonin, the key feel-good neurotransmitter, is produced in the gut by your beneficial bacteria. As you restore your microbiome with your nightly prebiotic ritual, you are essentially turning your neurotransmitter factory back on. The long-term result is often a remarkable improvement in mental clarity, emotional stability, and a greater sense of overall well-being. Many people report that for the first time in years, the fog lifts, their mood brightens, and they feel more like themselves again. Let's not forget about energy and nutrient absorption. You can eat the most nutrient-dense food in the world, but if your gut lining is damaged, you won't be able to properly absorb and utilize those nutrients. Healing your gut is like fixing a leak in your fuel line. Suddenly, all the vitamins, minerals, and energy from your food can actually get to where they need to go. This improved nutrients absorption translates into higher, more stable energy levels throughout the day. That mid-afternoon slump that you thought was an inevitable part of aging can begin to fade away, replaced by sustained vitality. This also plays a role in healthy weight management. A balanced microbiome helps regulate hunger hormones like ghrelin and leptin, and it can reduce cravings for sugar and processed foods, the very things that feed the harmful bacteria in the first place. It helps you break the cycle of craving the foods that are actively harming you. Of course, this powerful nightly action works best when it's part of a supportive lifestyle. While your prebiotic fiber is working its magic at night, support its mission during the day. Focus on eating a diverse diet rich in whole foods and a variety of different plant fibers from vegetables, fruits, nuts, and legumes. Think of it as providing a colorful buffet for all the different species of good microbes you're cultivating. Stay well hydrated throughout the day to keep things moving smoothly. And manage your stress, the silent saboteur of gut health, through practices like walking, deep breathing, or mindfulness. This nighttime ritual is not an excuse to neglect other aspects of your health. It is a catalyst that makes all your other healthy efforts more effective. In summary, we've learned that our gut is a complex ecosystem, our second brain, and the foundation of our health. Modern life can throw it out of balance, leading to a leaky gut, chronic inflammation, and a host of symptoms that go far beyond digestion. But there is hope. The key is to leverage the body's natural nighttime repair cycle. By taking a simple glass of water with a high-quality soluble fiber like psyllium husk just before bed, you provide the perfect fuel, a prebiotic feast for your beneficial bacteria. They, in turn, produce powerful compounds like butyrate that directly heal, seal, and soothe your intestinal lining. This simple, sustainable act paves the way for a stronger immune system, a clearer mind, more energy, and a healthier body from the inside out. Your journey to better health can start tonight. If this video provided you with value and gave you a new sense of hope and empowerment, please give it a thumbs up. Your support helps us reach more people who need to hear this message. Don't keep this vital information to yourself. Share this video to a friend or family member who might be struggling with their health. And to continue your journey of learning and discovery with us, make sure you click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We want to hear from you. What was your biggest takeaway from this video? Let us know in the comments below. And feel free to explore our channel for more videos designed to help you reclaim your health and vitality. Thank you for watching. Here's to your health.